Welcome to College of Communications News for Monday, October 26th, 2009. We'll have the complete weather forecast in a few moments. I'm Richard Milano. State police in Phillipsburg are investigating the death of a 21-year-old female outside of Julian in Center County. ComRadio's Ryan Snyder has the story.
Crime units from the Phillipsburg State Police are investigating a fatal shooting in a wooded area near the borders of Rush and Union Townships. Center County Coroner Scott Sayers says 21-year-old Rachel Perryman was pronounced dead on the scene when police arrived around 8 p.m. Saturday night. Sayers did not rule on the manner of death, but said Perryman died from a gunshot wound to the chest. Police are still investigating at this time, but know that two people parked a car on Governor's Road, which is just outside of Black Moshannon State Park. Apparently, the two may have been hunting at the time of the shooting, which is why police are unsure if this death is accidental or criminal. For ComRadio, I'm Ryan Snyder.
Crime hasn't been a major problem in State College, but now students and even police are thinking twice after an armed burglary hit downtown State College over the weekend. Chris Hush reports.
Police are concerned about the safety of the Penn State community after downtown State College burglary involving a semi-automatic gun was conducted last Friday afternoon. 3 men stormed into a Beaver Terrace apartment located on East Beaver Avenue, leaving 3 victims fearing for their lives as one burglar even held a gun to their face. Police Captain Dana Leonard is now worried that crime may be rising in terms of severity.
In Pennsylvania, this is considered to be one of the serious violent top crimes that people can commit in terms of seriousness and grading.
Beaver Terrace residents are also feeling the increased threat as the crime is unlike any crime they've experienced before. Penn State junior Corey May Myers lives on the 10th floor of Beaver Terrace and is still trying to fathom this event.
It's kind of like surreal. You know, my building's not locked at all. Like, anyone can access my building at any time, especially because the realtor office is right there on the first floor.
2 of the 3 suspects in the case have turned themselves into police and have been placed on a $30,000 bail, while the 3rd suspect, who held the gun in the burglary, is believed to be in the Pittsburgh area. This leaves Myers and police wondering just how safe State College will be in the future. Myers takes no chances.
When you think about State College, you think it's such a safe town, like it's such a safe environment, and I never feel unsafe walking around campus. And so to hear something like that happened, especially with an armed robbery, like that's just kind of scary to think about that.
For ComRadio, I'm Chris Hush.
In other news, Center County is preparing for the upcoming municipal elections. The elections will be held on Tuesday, November 3rd. Center County's Director of Elections, Joyce McKinley, says they are well prepared and organized.
Just the normal requirements for preparing for any election, getting everything in order. We already have our election boards in place. Training has been completed. The ballots have been completed. Absentee ballots are being mailed as they come in.
McKinley also says she can't predict what voter turnout will be like this year. All polling places will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on November 3rd. Various polling places are located throughout Center County. If you would like to find out where to vote, the Center County government website has a polling place locator. Federal officials and Northwest Airlines are now doing their own investigations in an attempt to figure out why 2 pilots flying a plane didn't respond to air traffic control and overshot their destination by 150 miles. The pilots claim they were not sleeping or arguing, but still haven't given a legitimate excuse for the 1-hour lapse of non-communication. The flight that was bound for Minneapolis eventually landed safely. The most recent of American deaths in Afghanistan is also one of the deadliest, as 11 soldiers and 3 civilians were killed in separate helicopter crashes. 1 chopper went down in western Afghanistan, killing 7 soldiers and 3 civilians. 2 other choppers collided in southern Afghanistan, killing 4 troops. In Pakistan, 19 suspected militants and 6 soldiers were killed in a firefight at a Taliban hideout near the Afghan border. The Pakistan Taliban say they are behind 80% of the suicide bombings in the country. Militant attacks in Pakistan have increased this month, killing more than 200 people. World Series mania here in Center County. We'll have more after the break.
Raven, we've got bandits at 1 o'clock.
Fights on.
Engaging now.
What kind of person can handle an F-16 dueling in a Mach-speed dogfight? Why, a math teacher, of course, when she's in the National Guard and Reserve.
Heading into
Nearly half of today's military are members of the Guard and Reserve, but they can't do it without their employer's support. If you're an employer, visit www.esgr.org and learn how to do your part. After all, their response depends on yours.
They're turning tail.
A public service message from ESGR and the Ad Council.
To be a mentor, you don't have to be a genius. To prove it, we're giving mentor Steve Oler a pop quiz. Okay, Steve, Budapest is the capital of what European nation?
Germany.
No.
Spain?
No.
Sweden?
No.
Is it Germany?
No. Steve, have you eaten today? You look a little...
Hungry?
That's right!
What?
You see, to be a mentor, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to call Save the Children toll-free at 1-877-BA-MENTOR.
A message brought to you by Save the Children and the Ad Council.
The upcoming World Series will have an impact in State College community. Here is Austin Miller with the coverage.
Many eager fans in the State College area are running to restaurants and lounges in the area. The reason for this is that two major teams, the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Yankees, are in the World Series. Restaurants and bars are looking forward to capitalizing on it. Here's J.R. Johnson, a worker at the Sports Lounge 797.
Yeah, I hope so. We just got new flat screen TVs, and we're actually having a projection television installed Wednesday.
Okay, wow.
For the club in the back. It's just coincidental that it falls on the first day of the series, but we're hoping. We definitely. I was surprised how many Yankee fans there are.
Okay.
In this town. Just we staff a couple extra servers and bartenders.
Here's Vincent Castellano, a worker at the Sports Lounge Champs.
I was planning on staffing right for it, stocking everything right, getting everything ready for the business.
For Com Radio, I'm Austin Miller.
Meanwhile, some fans hoping to attend the World Series games in Philadelphia may have a transportation problem. Talks are continuing today between Philadelphia Transit System workers and the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority. 4,700 workers voted to allow a strike yesterday. A transit spokesman says he hopes the issue can be resolved before the Phillies play their first home game this Saturday. In Scranton, Pennsylvania, former school board member Anthony Spinoza pleaded guilty to a federal bribery charge. He admitted to taking at least $5,000 from a contractor who did business with the district. Spinoza will now spend 12 to 18 months behind bars. 17 other people have been charged as part of the investigation as well. Students at Penn State are already gearing up for one of the biggest weekends in State College. Jamie Stover has the story.
Who are these college students asking for money at busy intersections all across the region? And why should you donate? Some 15,000 students from all campuses of Penn State participate in an organization called Thon that raises money for the Four Diamonds Fund. This fund supports nearly 200 families caring for a child with cancer. Students raise millions of dollars by organizing a 46-hour dance marathon and various pre-thon fundraising tactics, such as canning. Never heard of canning? Jeff Zielinski is the president of an independent thon organization. He says canning is a big event.
Students go out for 4 weekends out of the year where they're standing literally in the middle of an intersection, and they basically run out when the light turns red, create as much attention as possible, going up to all the cars in traffic.
The marathon in February is a tribute to all families affected by pediatric cancer and is a celebration of hard work. It's an event that Donor Relations Chair Vinay Ayala says is ongoing.
So basically preparations for Thon this year started right after Thon ended last year, and then we all started generating ideas in the summer. We had a lot of email communication in the summer in terms of ideas and new ways to fundraise.
He also says the final total is money raised before the dancing even begins.
Almost all of that total that you see is well before Thon, because all the canning weekends are before Thon. All of Thon enveloping is during the holiday season, because that's normally the best time to get stuff out. Almost all of that is probably well before Thon.
Why do students put in all this hard work? Zielinski says because it's gratifying.
That is one of the greatest causes that you could ever give, is as far as helping kids who have no say in the fact that their lives are fake. To be able to help out and make a difference in that is something that is beyond rewarding.
The next canning weekend is 40 days from now, and the dancing starts February 19th at the Bryce Jordan Center. For Com Radio, I'm Jamie Stover.
And that's the news for Monday, October 26th, 2009. For the entire College of Communications news team, I'm Rich Milano. Have a great day.
This has been a presentation of students in COM 360 at Penn State University's College of Communications.